Fitness Myths Part 1. Fat, the macronutrient, makes you fat. No. Eating in an excessive calorie surplus, such as eating 500 calories over your maintenance level every day, will make you fat. Fitness Myths Part 2. I need to eat 1,200 calories a day to lose weight. No. Eat your calorie goal to lose weight. Everyone has a calorie maintenance, which is the level of calories they need to maintain their weight. They have a calorie intake less than that, which is your calorie deficit to help you lose weight, and a calorie surplus, which is above your maintenance to help you gain weight. For successful weight gain, keep your surplus within 100 to 250 calories, and keep your deficit within 100 to 300 calories. If you don't know that, use a calorie calculator to find out. Or track your calories for a week, weigh yourself at the beginning of that week and at the end of your week. If your weight goes up, you're in a surplus. If it goes down, you're in a deficit. If it stays the same, you are in maintenance. Fitness Myths Part 3. Carbs are the enemy. No. An elimination-style diet is not only harmful to your body, considering carbs alone, blood glucose is used for brain health and function, and your muscles, which you use to move every day, need muscular glucose through the blood as well. Do I need to say more? Stop using these elimination diets. Not only are they harmful to your health, in the long run, you will also yo-yo. Many people that do elimination diets cut out a large majority of foods that they like to eat on a daily basis, such as rice, pasta, bread, potatoes. Yes, these things can be bad in a sense that if you eat too much of them, your calories will go up. But use meat and veggies primarily. Add in a small portion or a meaningful portion of a carb in each meal and hit your calorie goal for weight loss, and you will be fine. Fitness Myths Part 4. A belt will keep me from getting injured when training heavy. No. A belt is a tool, not a preventative measure. If your form is bad and you do not brace properly, you will get injured over time. A belt, as I said, is a tool. You need to learn how to brace properly using the valgus maneuver, which is a deep belly breath, putting tension through your transverse abdominis, rectus abdominis, inner and external obliques, and your lower back, keeping your spine stable and safe. The belt is a tool. You put it on and breathe through the valgus maneuver against it, giving you something to brace against, building the tension even more. It will not keep you from getting injured unless 1, form is good, 2, valgus maneuver is properly executed. Please learn how to brace properly before putting a belt on. Do not rely on a belt. Do not rely on other tools such as wrist wraps, knee sleeves. Follow me for more tips. Part 5. Locking out your elbows and knees will cause injury. No, not exactly. Using excessive loads that are more and or exceed what you are capable of for a certain rep range will. Such on a leg press, locking out your knees will not. Overextension of the knee joint plus an excessive load can lead to injury. For your triceps, excessive load and overextension can lead to injury. you locking your elbows and or knees out during a motion under proper load and not overextending them, such as a proper lockout, not pushing through the lockout, pushing through the range of motion of your joint, will not lead to injury. Follow me for more tips.
Fitness myths, part 6. So, if I eat veggies, I'm gonna be healthy. No. Just because you eat veggies, such as your green leaves, your onions, tomatoes, mushrooms, corn, any of those, etc., vegan, vegetarian diets, doesn't mean you are healthy. You can still overeat. These foods, yes, may be low calorie, but if you do still overeat and go over your calorie maintenance, you will gain weight. You can still be fat, overweight, and or obese on a vegan, vegetarian, or if you just eat a ton of veggies. Yes, primarily I suggest meat and veggies for your diet. 1, for micronutrients from the veggies. Minerals, great. Veggies are a huge, great source of vitamins and minerals and a lot of other micronutrients, and I definitely recommend them. But stay within your calorie goal, whether that be, if you're trying to lose weight, your calorie deficit or your calorie maintenance. And if you're trying to gain weight, go crazy. Eat a lot of veggies. It may be harder. And usually when people are in calorie surplus, that's when I'll start recommending more carbs. But a calorie deficit with a high volume of veggies is amazing. Not only will you stay full, you will have a lot of vitamins, minerals, and other micronutrients to help with digestion and other great body functions. Follow me for more tips. Fitness myths, part 7. Let's talk about eating big to get big. So in a bulk, whether it be a lean bulk or a bulk that you don't just eat whatever you want and eat whatever's in sight, you tend to gain a lot of body, not even just a lot, a undesirable amount of body fat. Now, this can make it hard to get back to that goal and make it so you have to diet harder and longer than the last time. So let's say you get down to the body fat that you like, but you want to put on size now. So we're going to bulk, right? No, there's another option. Main gaining. Now, you always hear people say, oh, you need to be in 100 to 300 calorie surplus to bulk. Have you ever tried to stay from 30 to 100 calorie surplus? This is what I'll be doing this time around. I'll be sticking between a 30 and 100 calorie surplus. This is just enough calories to where your body can function and not gain a lot of body fat, but also gives you enough extra to build more muscle and feel fuller and have more energy throughout the day to be able to perform better inside the gym, perform bigger weights, more duration, more higher intensity, better type, and also more intensity. That was the word. Brain just lagged there for a minute, but this whole philosophy of needing to eat big to get big needs to go out the window. Fitness myths, part 8. Let's talk dirty versus clean food. So let's throw these terms right out the window really quick. I honestly hate the way that the fitness community, or at least some people who call themselves influencers in the fitness community lately, have been demonizing food. Anything is okay in moderation. This demonizing of food not only creates a bad relationship with food, this bad relationship with food can tend to lead to other complications such as eating disorders and other mental health problems when it comes to food in general. Now, this demonization of food needs to stop. There's no such thing as a dirty or a clean food. There's foods that are higher in calorie, and there's foods that are lower in calorie. I tend to, as a coach, someone who has less willpower, I give them 75 to 80% of low-calorie foods, such as your veggies, your lean meats, your lower-calorie carbs, And then, granted, most of my clients, I recommend a high veggie and high lean protein diet due to the fact that veggies you can eat at a high volume for very little amount of calories, and it keeps you satiated and very full throughout the day. Now, on the other side of that, you have that 25 to 20% of your higher calorie foods. Now, that could be whatever you want it to be. If you have those amount of calories for, let's say, cake, ice cream, something along those lines, you have the healthier alternatives for those options, but if you have the calories, it's not going to kill you to have a little bit of a higher calorie food as long as it fits within your calorie goal. Now, that ranges per client, obviously, anywhere from 75 to 80 up to 95% of low calorie foods. But this demonization of food needs to stop, and if you want to follow and continue to get more tips from this Fitness Myths series, go ahead and give me a quick follow. Fitness Myths, Part 9. Alright guys, let's talk about losing weight and losing fat. You cannot lose weight or lose fat just by lifting weights and doing cardio. You need to be in a calorie deficit. Say your maintenance is 2,200. 2,000 calories is your deficit. You need to be in a deficit to lose body fat or body weight. You cannot beat the law of thermodynamics, which is calories in versus calories out, which is burning more than you are using. Therefore, if you only take in 2,000, but your maintenance to maintain everything is 2,200, you burn 2,000 calories plus what you're doing in the gym or when you're doing cardio. Now, if you want, you could eat at maintenance and put yourself in a deficit, but it is smarter to be in a deficit straight through calories, not just from working out. Like I've said before, the law of thermodynamics, calories in versus calories out, can never really be beaten by just lifting and doing cardio. You need to be in lower calories than you are taking in. If you want more tips, go ahead and hit the follow. Fitness Myths, Part 10. Lifting weights will make me bulky. The amount of women that I hear tell me, I don't want to get bulky. Listen, you do not have the amount of testosterone in your body unless you have some sort of medical condition that makes you produce more testosterone to be as bulky. You are not going to be Mr. Olympia. Mind you, those guys are genetic freaks and the top 1% of 1%, but you will not be women's IFBB women's bodybuilders. Like, you're not going to be bulky, for lack of a better word, just by lifting weights and everything like that. Women do not have the genetics, unless a medical condition is present, to be as muscular as a man. It is just scientific. It's literally just science. Testosterone is a muscle building hormone in the body. That and growth hormone. Estrogen and growth hormone have different effects in a woman than testosterone and growth hormone in a man. Now, men, on the other hand, who say, I don't want to be bulky. Okay. It can take years and years to get the muscular size naturally to consider yourself bulky. Change your style of training. You don't have to bodybuild. You can train like an athlete. You could be a power lifter. You could do calisthenics if you don't want to be bulky. If you want more tips, go ahead, hit the follow.